Hello everybody. I'm going to be playing Soul Reaver today, and this is going to be a bit different from my other streams because I'm going to play through the entire game in one go. And for those who are not able to see the entire thing, um, I do plan on putting it onto YouTube in the 15-minute segments, so it will still be available on my YouTube channel. And, well, for those who don't know, this is a old vampire game released back in 1999. And yeah, it's got a very in-depth and interesting story. Really good music for it. For those who have not played it, and for those who have played it, well, I hope you enjoy reliving a wonderful game. So let's go ahead and get started.
Cain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Cain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Cain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the lake of the dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Russia, you are worthy. I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
Alright then, so basically what's happened so far is they show us Raziel from whenever he is a faithful servant to Cain, and because he evolved before Cain to gain the adaptation of wings, he got thrown into the abyss. So the Elder God, which is the voice that we were hearing, decided to spare Raziel before he was completely destroyed, to turn him into a weapon to hunt the souls that inhabit vampires that cannot move on. And we'll continue on to figure out more about Cain and whatnot.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
So, the essential value for these gates is that whenever we activate them, it allows us to teleport to different areas within the game, such as that all these different symbols are. So, gotta keep an eye out for each of these gates as it progresses through the game.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
So, as the Elder God has directly implied by what he just stated, we are we are currently within the underworld, which makes sense since Raziel died. And of all things that have got to be enjoyed about this game, the music is definitely one of the best parts.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Slua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Interesting creatures. So once we defeat the enemies found within the underworld, we can consume their souls as if they're a regular soul. And if you don't consume it in time and you let them wander around, faded, they will eventually either consume other souls or just re-obtain a physical underworld form.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time. Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
So, as could be seen, once you enter the spectral realm, the world seems to change around you. That's more from it being bent by the spiritual realm, though.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
So, yeah. Water burns just like it does in vampire lore. And the spectral realm bending the environment is an important thing to remember for puzzles in this game.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. A vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
So yeah, Fighting 101. And you can pick up the enemies once you've gotten them bleeding and throw them.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
There you go. Oh, come on, where's that soul? Come here. There we go.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
So, essentially, I can move big blocks. And blocks are very important in this game. They provide many annoying puzzle. But it wouldn't be an old-time adventure game if it didn't have some kind of an annoying puzzle, right? Let's grab this for later.
The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of